Maybe a little too much, 'cause now it's hitting me harder. It's just a little too tough. It feels like I'm running from the world, just like I had something to say. It feels like I can take over control. I never had it anyways. So what do you want from me? You got me feeling like I'm never enough. Just say, what do you want from me? You give me nothing when I'm waiting for love. Just say, what do you want? About getting older, maybe it's just a thing about growing up. I didn't think that life could get any colder, but now I kinda feel it in my blood. 'Cause it feels like I'm running from the world, just like I had something to say. It feels like I can take over control. I've never had it anyways. Say, what do you want from me? Oh, you got me feeling like I'm never enough. What do you want from me? You give me nothing when I'm waiting for love. What do you
Checking out pictures of us. I never realized what I have lost. Now I know it, and it is so insane how I treated this like a game. You were my help when no one else but there to share affection. So let's try again. I'll go anywhere
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. For anybody who's new, I am Nimixian, and today we're going to be playing Sid Meier's Civilization 6. It's not my typical game, necessarily. At least not that I would play on stream, but it's more of a... it's a turn-based strategy game, for anybody who's not familiar. With a focus on competition between nations. We're going to do something a little unique today. Normally, in Civilization, there are like 5 or 6 different win conditions. There's a science victory, there's like a diplomatic victory, you've got a culture victory. Just by being either the most diplomatic, the best in culture, the best in science, each nation can compete in those stats to potentially win. We are going to be limiting ourselves to a single country, and a single, well, obviously a single country, you play as one country, but we'll be our focus will be on a domination victory, so we have to take out every other civilization. And anybody who is familiar with the game, we have turned off the in-game music just because it is sometimes copyright claimed, so we want to avoid that. So we'll be having copyright-free music in the background, just so you're aware. So let's get into it. So we're going to do... do we want to do Gathering Storm? Environmental effects, We'll do standard rules. It's kind of an older classic style. We're actually going to go to advanced setup here for this. We'll stay on Prince difficulty. That's kind of your middle of the road. Starting era, normal game speed. We're going to do the True Start Earth, because, and max out our city states, so that gives us the whatever country we pick, we will start where their capital historically is or currently is, and it automatically sets the huge map size and fully populates the recommended number of countries and leaders. So we'll go down here. Not really concerned with heroes and legends. These get really complicated and weird for these game mode settings, but we'll be switching off culture, religious, science, and score victories. We're going to turn off a turn limit, so that prevents us from, trying to conquer the world and not getting there, just because we couldn't get there in time. We may have to play the long con in something like this. Let's see. And the country that I think we should go with, if anybody has any objections, is England with Queen Victoria. Not because they're particularly good at domination victories. They do have some very good naval units, because they have the Sea Dog, which is a very good capturing ship. So you can steal your opposing enemy ships if you have a chance to capture them if you defeat them in combat. And they have the Royal Dockyard, which gives you bonuses to, various things for moving across water and all that. But they are the nation of the world that came the closest to conquering the entire world. They had colonies on every continent, as far as I'm aware of, except for Antarctica, during the Victorian era, which was Queen Victoria, is the leader that we're playing as. But it's only fitting that the British try to conquer the world like they used to try. We're going to leave all the other leaders random. So, if nobody has any questions, we're going to get right into it. I am going to mute the game here, just because the announcer is kind of long-winded while we're waiting for a load. It does take a while, especially when you're doing a huge map to generate everything. It's taking especially long today, I don't know why. But, you guys won't hear... He's doing a whole spiel, reading everything that's on screen. But it's a whole lot easier to just mute it for now, so you guys don't have to listen to the whole thing. But I kind of go through what the process is when you start playing Civ. It may prompt me with the tutorial stuff, because I haven't played technically on this account yet. But if there are tutorial stuff, I'll kind of go over it and talk about my strategy, what I like to do, how I like to do things. I have had issues with this game crashing in the past, so we'll have to see how that goes. But it should be a pretty slow, pretty quiet stream today. Nothing super crazy. So how you guys doing? Anything interesting? For anybody who was at stream yesterday, I definitely needed that early bed time, because it was very, very snowy last night. Alright, so getting in here, it looks like Gaul. Ooh, that's going to be a very, very congested area. But let's settle our first city here. So we have the city of London, and we have a warrior. We're going to send that warrior up this way a little bit, just to kind of keep an eye on the area. Our first city production, we're going to want... do we want a scouter or do we want a builder? I usually go builder. For the first. Exploration is not as crucial in the very early stages. Especially since you start as England, or yeah, when you start as England, you start on the UK island, the island of Great Britain. So getting off of here is a little difficult until you get sailing, which is a research we're going to see if we look at our technology tree here. We can spend the 9 turns to get to sailing, which will give us access to the galley, but we can't actually get any of our units off the island until we get to shipbuilding, which we get a boost if we get 2 galleys first. But that puts us well into the classical era. But if we can get shipbuilding, we can get off of this island and actually get more cities, which is crucial. So we're going to set our research for now to pottery, or do we go sailing immediately? Let's go sailing immediately. And we'll just clear out this. Frederick Barbarossa, Gaelic. Ooh, there's quite a few. 2 civilizations and 2 city-states trying to found themselves in the same area. That's going to be fun for them. And a tribe. Okay. So it looks like the Germans have settled. Now there is technically a limit to how close your cities can be to each other. I believe it's 4 tiles. So this is as close as another city could be to London, which means we'll be competing here for spaces. Spaces do expand over time as you're doing various things. We're actually going to have this warrior fortify here for the time being. But as your city population grows, we can look at our little purchase tile here. It'll show your border growth rate. So 6 turns, we'll get this tile. As long as they're not as fast as us, chances are we'll get this tile. Otherwise, it'll change to a different tile that it'll give us. But we get a tile in 6 turns regardless. And each tile gives you different resources. So, for example, having a person work this tile since we have a population of 1, usually they prioritize food, so this tile will be quote-unquote worked, just by standard. But having somebody work this tile means we get 2 production, a bonus to production, and a bonus to gold per turn, which is going to be crucial later on. You can improve it tiles with mines and farms and everything of that nature to get more and more resources per turn. Now, early game is relatively slow. There's not a whole lot you can do. But once you start getting a lot more units, like these poor guys can't do anything right now. Okay. And yes. So that will tell me where their capital is, I think. Or no. Not yet. We don't get that till later on. But we've met Spain. Ah, yes, because they had a scout that wandered this way. Interesting. So as we can see the stats of the various leaders that are around us. So the Germans, for example, already have 2 population, and they took that tile. So we took a different tile. Borders cannot overlap. They'll always run against each other, but they will never overlap. Which is something to be aware of. So the more territory we can claim here, the better. Okay. So that means our builders can embark, so that means we can send builders across. We can't send standard units, unfortunately. So, let's see here. Next, we're probably going to want to go with pottery. That'll give us a boost to the wheat fields once we get a farm built. So, move him here, and then we want to build a farm. So this farm now gives us an improvement. Typically they're +1 or +2. As you get later into the game, you get bonuses that improve your farms even more, which is cool. And because we got a tech boost for irrigation, so when we go to do the irrigation, it'll take about half as much time as it normally would. Alright, let's build our first galley.
Über Vorsichtigkeit sie gelobet, zu helfen diesem Reich.
Okay. Frederick Barbarossa. Each AI has different tendencies. Let's get these crabs. Crabs are important. They're a bonus resource, so they give us extra goodies for tilling them. But each AI has a different sort of different conditions for what they consider acceptable behavior, not acceptable behavior. Thanks, Nox. I appreciate it. But anyway, so different AIs have different tendencies. So, for example, we can actually go take a look at Mr. Barbosa here. So they have different agendas. So he has Iron Crown, likes civilizations that don't associate with city-states, does not like people who are the suzerains of city-states or civilizations who have conquered city-states. So if you don't interact with city-states, you get bonus points with neutrality and what's the term? Diplomatic relations with him. You get bonuses for that. The less you interact with them, the better. But they also have a hidden agenda, and as we progress, we'll unlock different technologies and different culture and things of that nature that will allow us to get access to these hidden agendas. We'll get better access levels. You can see gossip and everything here, as well as what information they'll share with you. And then you can see their relation. So, for unknown reason, they don't like us, but for another unknown reason, they like us. So our relationship is staying relatively neutral. And he likes us for some reason. Don't know why. And the same with the Gaelics. They are completely neutral. There's no effect on the relationship whatsoever. So we're completely neutral with them. So now we'll just keep progressing our turns here and see what we get. So if we move our builder over here and we build a farm, we'll get even more wheat from here, which equates to more food, which is super useful, especially in the early game, because we want to get our population growing as quick as possible. When you build a settler to settle a new city, it takes one population away from your existing city.
Noblest of all animals,
All right.
separated from law and justice.
So this is our first civic, which we unlocked from our culture. You automatically are working on your first culture as soon as the game starts. This just means that we now have a choice on how we want to proceed. Typically, I like to do, for the first bit, God King. That gives you +1 faith and +1 gold. Faith, while most people would think, oh, it's faith, it's not super important, you can utilize faith in very interesting ways in a Civ game that it has nothing to do with being religious at all. It allows you to, and we're just going to give a increased discipline so that we would get bonus attack against barbarians, because barbarians are going to be a problem. They're always a problem in the early days of Civ, and they can get really bad towards the end of the game as well. But yes, set our agenda. So we can choose a new civic. So the way that faith works is it counts as a stat. As you can see up top, we're gaining science per turn, culture per turn, and faith per turn, as well as gold. Faith and gold can accumulate, so they build up over time. They're a currency you can buy things with. There are certain religious, I would say policies, but they're religious tenets and things that you can choose when you form a religion that give you bonuses and allow you to do things. And certain civics down the road allow you to buy units with faith, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. It's really kind of interesting. And if you have high faith on, there are certain tenets you can take that give bonuses based on the amount of faith you have to your other stats. So you'll get more science per turn, more gold per turn, more food, all that stuff from work tiles. It's all super interesting. Right now, I think we're going to go for craftsmanship because we want to get this Ilkum, which is 30% production towards builders. Once we've got a religion set up, which it should take about that long, 24-ish turns. Once we've got a religion set up, we can pop this in its place instead of God King, and it will allow us to get builders built much more quickly. They cost a lot less resources overall. And we're going to build this farm. And the good news is, as you can see, we have boosted to craftsmanship, so it's only going to take 12 turns now. All right. And accept the delegation.
I thought clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
Okay, so there's our clay research. Now, mining is going to be our next one, because once we build our first galley, we want to get this mine set up so that we can harvest this copper, which is going to give us a lot more production per turn. And we've met the Macedonians, because apparently their scout has made it all the way from Macedonia to here. Okay. One of the things you can see is up at the top here, you can see that Alexander from Macedonia is unfriendly with us. Why is he unfriendly? It does not say. Short life of glory. Weird. He's an odd one, that one. Okay, so our first galley has been built, so we will immediately send it to automate exploration. We want it to explore the shallow waters of the coast around here and see if we can find any any sort of new resources or new lands to explore, find new civilizations, whatever we can find through our exploration. Now, let's see. Do we want more culture per turn? Do we want a granary? Or do we want to go builder? Let's actually go with a builder. So that way by the time our mining is done, which it just jumped up an extra turn there, we'll be able to... Yes, accept the diplomatic envoy, that's fine. That just gives them a chance to see where our capital is.
When you find yourself in a hole,
Okay. Sorry for skipping past those guys. They're just kind of annoying to have to listen to. We definitely want to go for astrology here, so we can get a religion started. Like I said before, they're super powerful. It's a good idea to have one. They are limited in the number that can be held in a game. There's like 1 or 2 less than the total number of players, which means you're vying for them from the start. And we'll usually get notifications if a religion has been founded. But, okay. If we're lucky, our explorers here will find us a natural wonder.
skill without imagination is
Okay.
craftsmanship.
We're going to leave it as it is for now. Yeah, we're going to leave it as it is right now. None of these are really particularly helpful. We get a chance to change them every time a civic is passed, so let's go with foreign trade. That one's usually pretty good. That allows you to establish trade routes, which are one of the ways you build roads in this version of the game. In previous versions of Civ, you could, especially Civ 5, which is the one I'm most familiar with, you could use your builders to build a road, and it would cost you 1 gold per turn. Yep. His problem, based on this, what I'm gathering, because I've never played against him, is he doesn't like the fact that we don't have a big army. Which is why he's unfriendly with us. That's his reasoning. Some civilizations like you to have a stronger military, some of them don't. So depending on who you end up in a game with, you could run into issues that way. But we're going to build a mine here, so we can get more out of that. And we're going to build our first settler, because we want to build another city up here. Okay. So if we build a mine, it's going to give us an additional production, which means that if we look at our city here, this tile is now going to produce 3 on its own. Which, if we look at our citizens, yes, somebody is working this tile, so we are getting the benefits of this tile. Okay. Boosted the wheel, and now we wait. Oh. So how's everybody doing tonight? Everything going well? Anybody else get a major snowstorm over the past couple days? The Midwest got hit pretty hard. There was like probably 6 inches of snow fresh last night. They were predicting more, but thankfully it wasn't nearly as bad. All right. Okay.
A physician without a knowledge of his...
Excellent. Okay, so once we get this settler built, our next goal is going to be to build a holy site, and that will generate more faith per turn. That'll allow us to get enough faith per turn to get a great profit, and a great profit is how you form a religion. So, let's see. What do we want to do next? Irrigation's not super helpful. Masonry's not super helpful. We don't have a whole lot of stone in the area. we're going to hold off on shipbuilding as long as we can. So let's do animal husbandry, because our city up here, when our settler's done, is going to need to be able to harvest them. Because sheep are a bonus resource and they provide extra goodies. Okay. So, we have 335 gold, so now is a good a time as any to show you one of the nice features that we have with gold production. So, let's buy another galley, which gives us a bonus to our shipbuilding. We can't use it this turn, we can use it next turn, but that allows us to, when we go to do the research for shipbuilding, it cuts the amount of time down to 18 turns. And once we have 18 turns, we can start expanding out with our settlers a little bit more. Because right now we're kind of stuck on this island because the only thing that can leave the island are builders and obviously ships. So we'll send this galley exploring. And we're just kind of letting this guy explore up here. So they'll mark out the coast and give us a map of the area. The only thing is, once they're out of the sight range of the unit in question, these tiles can be updated and changed by either a unit taking them or a civilization expanding onto them, and it's hard to tell where the edges are. These ones have updated because they're kind of on our edge, but it's hard to tell sometimes what's been taken and what hasn't. And looks like this group found a barbarian encampment. You get gold for clearing these out, and surrounding city-states usually will have a bounty of sorts out for them. So if you clear them, you get a bonus with that city-state. Gonna let our gold build back up. Ooh, looks like we found a city-state. And because we met the warriors, we met a different city-state as well. Okay, and political philosophy. That's good. Okay, we'll clear these out. Train an archer. Construct a preserve. Okay, that's a pretty difficult one to do. Let's go in here. We're going to do galley next. It's a long way off, but it's worth it in the end. Because the sooner we get that, the sooner we can get... or the shipbuilding, sorry. Once we get that done, then we can come over and get some more of this land that we've been... So like we can settle over here, which this is a very good place to settle. Because once we've got a city here and a city here, we can control this area. And it's very good for our domination victory if we can control as much coastline as possible. Because England is a very sea-based nation. So we get the most bonuses from being based around the sea. Okay, now comes the fun part. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Well, for following, sorry. Welcome to the stream. Everything seems to be going pretty well today. Let's claim this for our holy site here. Ooh, we met the Byzantine Empire. Where are they hiding out? Okay. Honor to meet you. Sample your hospitality. Oh, they're over here. Ooh. Interesting. All right. Whoa. Okay. This is the earliest I've ever been denounced by another civilization. That's interesting. Apparently, he is not our biggest fan. What are you so mad about, my friend? Oh, he just doesn't like anybody. Probably because we're not at war. Good to know. Okay. We may come under attack here. These barbarian slingers tend to go after your ships if they're close by. No, not this time. Wow, that's surprising. Excellent. We got our first pantheon. These are super, super useful. They kind of dictate your first tenet of your religion. Let's see. What do we want to do? Usually I would run religious settlements to get faster border expansion rate. But seeing as we're kind of clumped up here, it really doesn't help at all. Let's see. Wine, cocoa. There's really nothing of that near here. Let's go God of Craftsmen, because we're going to be doing a lot of mines. Okay. We're working towards a religion. Once we get enough faith per turn, we will then unlock a great prophet. So it looks like we're not the worst, but Spain, Gaul, and Byzantine, the Byzantium, are kind of ahead of us. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But welcome to the stream, everybody. If you're just coming in, we're playing Civ 6. No special modifiers or anything, other than we're playing as England, of all countries, trying to take over the world. So if you're enjoying the content, feel free to follow. We appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in chat. I usually try to watch chat as much as I can. But we're just kind of here to have fun with some chill vibes. So, thanks for coming out. Alright, and we have founded Birmingham, our second city. Having a second city is great because it allows us to do things like increase our production. And we can move our warrior up here. Actually, no. We're going to move our warrior here so that when we complete in 13 turns shipbuilding, we can send them over here. This Geneva settler, because the area where Geneva would normally be has been claimed. Yes, I will settle further away from you. I'm sorry. I don't have anywhere else to go. Oh, there goes the slinger attacking our units. So we'll just send these guys this way for now. We'll bring them back to our territory and heal them up in a second. So this Geneva settler, because they couldn't settle where they had intended, that presents us with an opportunity to steal a settler. So all we have to do is just get one of our units on top of it and take it. But that's the tricky part, is getting a unit there. That's why we have to wait 12 turns before we can do so. And then we'll explore this little village here, and we may get something, because these little villages tend to have, you know, either extra population or research stuff or anything of that nature. So what you can see is right along the border here, you'll notice these little dashed lines. That indicates open borders. None of these civilizations or us have established closed borders yet, so units can freely pass between. Once closed borders are established, enemy units, well, non-allied units, have to stay out of your territory, otherwise you initiate war. So we have to keep that in mind as well. So it looks like another civilization may have established borders down here, because you can see just the edge of their territory. Ooh. Oh, looks like the Greeks have not settled either. That's interesting. So we may be able to take their settler as well, if we can get a unit over here. Which we can take a unit straight through the German territory without them complaining at all. And the more city-states and other civilizations we can take down before they become a problem, the better. Looks like we can now create a trade route. Yep, so Early Empire is the next civic that we want, because it gives us the ability to enforce our borders and grant open borders to other civilizations. There are some civilizations that will, especially if they're, if you're between them and a opponent, will pay any price for open borders so that they can move their units through your area. On the higher difficulties, they tend not to pay as much, but we can still usually get something out of them. At the bare minimum, we can usually get open borders for open borders, if we both benefit from it. So let's rest and repair our guy there, while we're waiting for this holy site to be built and our shipbuilding to finish. Looks like they're done, so we can send them back out exploring. Okay. So how's everybody doing tonight? Everything going well? Oh. Looks like somebody has built the Hanging Gardens. So if you heard that sound, that indicates somebody built a world wonder. There are huge bonuses for building world wonders. It's like, for example, building Stonehenge would get us instantly a great profit. But let's build a shrine here real quick. We want to get this holy site producing as much faith per turn as possible. Oop. Okay, somebody else has built a world wonder. Lovely. Okay, 3 turns and we'll have our shipbuilding done, and then we can take this unit. Ooh. Okay. Good. Our enemies are fighting each other. The more they fight, the less we have to deal with, because they'll just weaken each other and take each other out, which makes it super easy. Okay. One more turn and our unit will be ready to move. Okay, it looks like Spain is expanding their borders. And we've entered the classical era with shipbuilding. Okay, let's build a pasture here so we can get some sheep. And okay, roads upgraded. Don't have any roads yet. We'll have to work on that. But new city-state quests, those are pretty standard. Let's get, do we have anything worth getting irrigation for right away? No, but we might as well get it anyways. It's quick. Alright, let's get... we could get a quadrime. Let's go with a granary to start. We want to get as much population up here as we can, because the more population they have, the more we can do with it. Excellent. They move to exactly where we want them. Declare war on Geneva. Oh. Interesting. They didn't like that we attacked city-states. Meh. Well, we'll deal with that later. Okay. So yeah, we're just kind of chilling out and having a good old time. Interesting. What is going on? So we just got to take this unit. They have nowhere else to go, so we kind of have them cornered. But once we take this this warrior down, which I guess they've got the defensive advantage here. Once we take their unit, we'll be all set and ready to go. and we'll have a free settler that we can then move over here to this next little section, up in this corner on this land, and we'll be ready to go with a whole other city. Oh, another city-state. Okay. Apparently we're getting warmongered already. Why does that not surprise me? Let's see. Can we... They're not going to be much use there. But that's okay. We can win a war of attrition. And we're going to build a mine up here. Okay.
Thousands have lived with...
Let's see, what can we build? Let's build a naval ranged unit so we can attack them there, and we're going to do archery next. Let's build another pasture up here. Okay, so things are going okay so far. There's been a lot of war.
Past, with its changing empire.
Okay. Interesting. I guess we can move here for the time being and fortify again. Let's go state workforce. Okay, insufficient amenities. Looks like our city's growing too quickly for its amenities. We'll have to worry about that soon. Thankfully in this mode... Yes, I know, I'm a warmonger, thank you. But it's Great Britain, what do you expect? Okay, so we got our first offer. They're looking for... They'll give us 1 gold per turn for 30 turns. And open borders in exchange for open borders. So yeah, sure. For now we accept. And they have fallen into our trap. Geneva is gone. Excellent. So now we have a free settler. And if we look at our world rankings, Macedonia is currently leading with the strongest military. But in domination... It's kind of all even because nobody's captured a capital. I was hoping they'd count Geneva, but apparently not because they never founded a capital. Alright. We're going to fortify for this turn. Going to build our pasture. And move on to our next turn. I will say Civilization 6 can be quite interesting if you're not playing against the AI, but rather against your friends. Things can get quite heated and also be quite entertaining. But let's send this warrior that way as well. Can we link them? Yeah, let's link them. Okay. Escort formations, super useful. It does limit the speed of your units to the slowest unit in your escort, but they'll protect them. So if you have a small, a civilian unit, like for example a settler or a builder, it'll protect them from any other units taking them. Okay, looks like somebody built the Oracle. Since we have so many civilizations we're competing against, them having access to other wonders and building them before us is going to be pretty common. But we do have the advantage of if an enemy civilization has a wonder that we want, we can just take it by conquering their cities. So yeah, that's one of the beauties of this game mode, with domination being our goal. Okay, looks like they're under siege. Macedon is trying to take them over. Who is Macedon at war at? Is it just Frederick? Huh. Alexander's only at war with Frederick. Interesting. What about the Gallic Empire? No, they're good with everybody except Alexander. Interesting. Okay. What do we want to build here? Let's build a monument so we get at least some more culture per turn. Oh, I forgot about the Greeks. Poor guys. They're just kind of stuck there. It's not like they're going anywhere anytime soon. We can get our city established first. Looks like the Macedonians and the Germans are trying to kill each other. And Germany is losing. I feel sorry for Germany. Sorry, any Germans in chat. Okay. Okay. Good news is we're up to 2.8 faith per turn. So that's good. That's good progress. Once this turn starts, let's see. How close are we to a profit? Ooh. Not as close as we would like. We're getting 2 great profit points per turn. We need a total of 120. So we'll have to step up our faith production as much as we can. Okay, so next turn we'll be establishing our city. At least we'll be landing on the beaches. And then we'll be able to send our warrior to take that territory after they build this city the next turn. Okay. Our boats are still exploring. We haven't seen any horses yet, so we're going to get riding next. That's a useful one, just because we get a campus district, which is super useful for generating more science. Especially if we can find a mountainous area, because they tend to get big bonuses from mountains. Okay. Found our city. Attack them. Hopefully we can at least drive them off. Let's focus on a granary, because that gives us more food and housing. Manchester here is probably going to grow very slowly, just because of its location. Oh. Looks like the Germans have lost their capital. That's a problem.
A strong economy.
Okay. We're going to send our guys over here to conquer Greece's settler. It was nice enough they were willing to give us a settler. Ooh, mysticism. Mysticism or political philosophy? Let's go mysticism first, because we do get some bonuses from that work well with political philosophy. Looks like the Germans are still holding on, though. Interesting. I wonder where they're hiding out at.
Writing is easy.
Okay, and the wheel. Okay. Yes, yes. Sorry, Greece.
Über Vorsichtigkeit sie gelobet.
Well, they're not going anywhere. Yes, yes, I know. I don't fit your distinction. Oh, and now you like me more because I have military and I'm actually making war. Oh, these goofy AI. and what they like. And the Greeks are gone. Sorry, Greece. You had a much longer history than that, but apparently not. So, 1 capital captured, no capitals captured. Interesting. I guess the Germans must have built a city back here that hasn't lost its location yet, which is interesting. Let's build another holy site. Unfortunately, we don't have any very good places for it. Let's build it right here. It's not great, but it'll do. Oh, still denouncing me, huh? Whatever. Yeah, it could be worse. Alright, so we're gonna send this one. Probably a good spot would be here, but we have to get there first. So I think what we'll do is we'll link them up and then send our warrior here to defeat these slingers and then hopefully take down these spearmen. Thankfully, they will have some backup here in a second. Yeah, I'll give you that. Try to keep our relations at least somewhat presentable with others.
I like to say I practice.
We will need to take this city because they have claimed this tile that we want. And let's get political philosophy working here. Just because they are kind of where we want to be. Ooh, we got our first envoy that we've actually earned. Let's see. Who has something we want? Faith. Yes. Let's get that so we can get some extra faith per turn. That helps quite a bit. Yes. Thank you, Germany. You guys are having your own troubles. Okay. So let's take these guys out. They're just a little slinger unit, so they're pretty weak. But we've got a promotion available, which is good. Alright. So for anybody who's just wandering into the stream, ooh, more war. Jeez. Ah, the Gallic.
Sometimes
The Gallic army is going against Spain. Have fun with that, guys. There's a couple mountains in your way. Ooh, promotion available. Let's see. Let's do against melee and ranged units. They do get some extra health, which is nice. For those of you just coming into the stream, welcome. Just trying to keep things chill today, so if you're down for chill vibes, feel free to stick around. Appreciate any follows. Like Gaming with Sideburns did today. Greatly appreciated. You guys are welcome to stream anytime. Lurkers are welcome too. You don't have to chat if you don't feel comfortable. I just appreciate you guys being here. Okay.
Signy is a 200.
We found our first natural wonder. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Wait one more turn. Oh, geez. Here they come. Let's break these guys apart. We'll send the settler into the main city of town so they can be defended. And we're going to send these guys after them. Okay. Let's put you to sleep until we're sure that this area is safe. We'll keep our ranged unit here moving so we can get, hopefully, a little bit of defense. Oh! Let's do some sea combat here. Against barbarians. Any XP we can give these guys, the better. Appreciate sticking around here, Gaming with Sideburns. Alright. You know, that's not the kind of question I meant, Nox, but I'm partial to vanilla myself. So... Alright. Ooh. From Gaul. You guys are wandering over here. Interesting. That's kind of surprising. Alright, keep these guys moving. If we can take out these barbarian spearmen, we should be in good shape. Let's retreat our galley here a little bit. Don't want them taking too much damage. This one's probably going to take some damage too, but we should be okay. We'll at least take this guy out if he attacks. Okay, we got one of them. Yeah. Oh yeah. Really? He survived. AI is more intelligent than I thought. Ooh. Oh, we got him. Excellent. Let's take this. 50 gold. 50 gold's good. Let's do some damage to him. Might actually be able to win this. It's close. Perfect. We'll take him out. Alright. Excellent. So as long as no more barbarians show up down here, we'll be okay. Whew. We are super low. Let's get a promotion here. Strength against naval units. And we'll just take him out. And hopefully he'll get a promotion too. Yeah, perfect. Alright. So let's fortify until healed, and we'll move this guy over here. Our goal is to probably settle right here where it suggests. I usually settle where they suggest. It just makes it super easy. Well, I'm glad you guys are having fun. Okay. Not doing too bad. Alright. Gotta get our poor units out of here. See if we can get them back to friendly territory, so we don't want to lose them. Right. Can't promote that one right now. We'll have to wait until next turn. Okay. Let's build a monument to start. So yeah, just going to be a super chill stream tonight. We're not going to do anything super crazy. Looks like... Oh, Frederick Barbarossa made peace, so there's no war going on there anymore. Those wars between these guys tend not to last particularly long for some reason. They usually end the conflict relatively quickly. Let's see. We're going to make this one go back to friendly territory. Oh, come on. You can make it there. Yeah, whatever. Send them that way. This one will promote first. So that way it has at least a little health. And get its heading back home.
Is the art of the
Alright. Let's get you back home. Really? Oh, crap. That's a problem. the Spanish have taken this thoroughfare, which is the shallow water, and we don't have the technology to go through deep water yet with our boats. So that's problematic, to say the least. We'll get military tradition and get a shrine going in Birmingham. And we have access to our first government. Now, let's see. Since we're going to be doing a lot of combat, I think we're going to go oligarchy. Normally I would go classical republic. They do tend to get... let's actually go classical republic. Stick with my normal process here. This one doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll do charismatic leader. Diplomatic League is usually better, but we need great profit points for sure. And we can do that. Okay. We do lose our aggressive policies, but that's okay for now. Okay. Catholicism? Where'd that come from? We're gonna have to get rid of that for sure.
No hour of life is wasted.
Okay. Which country has founded Catholicism? I don't even know where that came from. That's weird. Ooh. Celestial navigation. Let's do bronze working for now. That'll be our next one. Oh, that's interesting. I dropped 107 frames. I don't know when, but yeah. Bradford. We have another little city. Good. Alright. This one's kind of isolated, so let's get a builder going so we can make use of these tiles at least. And we're going to go in alert mode to protect the city. Alright. Everybody having fun tonight? Already an hour into stream.
I don't underrate the value of military knowledge, but if men make...
Also, nobody told me I forgot to start my timer again. Jeez, I'm a terrible streamer. I completely forgot about that. But, it's fine. We'll leave it off for tonight. It's not super crucial. Okay. Let's do games and recreation so we can get the entertainment complex. That's useful. Especially when we get cities that start having issues with amenities, we can just throw a entertainment complex in and solve that problem. Okay. Let's see. +2 envoys. No, that's not helpful. That's great work slots. Really doesn't help us any. Don't have any horses. Let's get a builder. An extra builder would be nice, because so we can use more of these tiles. We're gonna give a one to Vatican City so we can get some extra faith per turn. How close are we to great people? Okay. We're getting 5.7 great profit points per turn. That's not bad at all.
Bronze is the...
Okay. Ooh, source of iron. Excellent. We can put a mine there. Good thing we got a builder coming. Alright. So, let's go with Celestial Navigation. And then we gotta have a chitty chat with our neighbors, the Spanish. I would like... Oh, you don't... Really? Interesting. There's no offering of open borders. That's very interesting. I guess I can send you a delegation. I can't even send you a delegation. Oh, because you have me denounced. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. Water break, guys. Remember to stay hydrated. Super important, especially during long gaming sessions. Alright. Let's see. Let's move him this way. Got some iron resources here as well. Those are going to be very useful as our territory expands. Oh, somebody's built the pyramids. No idea who. They're not an easy one to build, especially when you're in Europe, because they require a lot of desert. Let's go water mill, so we can get at least a little bit more food production in Birmingham. Let's see. Manchester. Let's get a builder going here as well, so we can improve some of these tiles and get at least some food going. So, peace has been negotiated. That's good. Yeah, we'll send it back to Manchester for now. Nothing good there. Excellent. Our builder is done. So now we can build our mine here. And then we're going to get these whales, because whales are a luxury resource. And luxury resources provide us with amenities, which is nice. I'm not giving up my mine. But, since we have the spare gold, we might as well buy this field. And this is, I think, a good place to put an encampment. The nice thing about encampments, for anybody who isn't familiar... Oh, it's the Gauls who have Catholicism. They're going to be a pain in the butt. Have to keep that in mind. The nice thing about encampments is when you build land units, they spawn in the encampment, typically. Which makes deploying a force to the mainland much easier. Okay. Yay! We have a great prophet. Excellent. So now, if we send him to our holy site, we can found a religion. Okay. Let's see. We're British, so Protestantism. Okay. 1% production for each citizen following this religion in the city. That really only helps when you get to bigger city sizes. Warrior monks, not super useful. Reliquaries, no. Plus 1 amenity in cities with 2 specialty districts. Well, probably should boost work ethic. I think that's a good place to start. We want to go heavy into production. Meeting houses. So meeting houses are super useful for that. They allow extra production, which is good. Church property is useful. For each city, we get extra gold, but I think we're gonna go... Yeah, I think we're going to go with Meeting House. And we can always add stuff later onto this religion as well. Alright. Thankfully it spread to Birmingham as well. Now we can go to our lenses here and see our religion lens. And looks like everything's kind of in balance at the moment. So what we can do is we can go into our units here and we're going to purchase a missionary. And then we're going to send that missionary over to Manchester and Bradford to try to spread our religion a little bit and get our own cities back under our control, religion-wise. Because the more cities we have under our control, the better. Mining that iron gives us huge bonuses in tech, which is awesome. And yeah, we're doing pretty well so far. Unfortunately, our units are kind of stuck here for the moment. Good news is Spain is no longer denouncing us, so we can actually negotiate with them, and hopefully they'll let us have open borders to pass through their territory. So let's reach out to Spain. Oh, Spain! Would you be so inclined? Thank you. Appreciate it. And now we can send our units home. Alright. Construction. Okay. Converts in 500. Oh geez. That's a lot of religious pressure. That's going to be problematic. But let's get our whales here and go from there. Let's build a campus here. Alright. And we can no longer earn great profits. The one thing they changed with this this version of the game from 5 is you can't get more than one great profit. So the other great people you can, but you only get one great profit. Because the main purpose of a great profit is to establish a religion. I think that's their only purpose in this version of the game. Okay. Now, let's see. Can we purchase a trader? Yes. So, one of the things we want to do is traders are extremely useful for two things. The first is that they allow you to trade goods back and forth between different cities. So when this loads here in a second, you'll see. So you can see your route. So from Birmingham to London, Birmingham gets extra Protestantism, but London gets extra food, extra production, and bonus Protestantism. Having trade routes between your own cities, especially when you have religious pressure, helps mitigate it a little bit, which is good. And, as you can see, it starts to build a road. Roads are super useful in this game because, unlike previous versions of Civilization, you don't pay for roads. Roads just exist. And if there's a road, you can use that to traverse your units quicker. They get fewer penalties from the terrain underneath of them if they're on a road, which is super useful if we're sending units back and forth trying to defend our cities if we're under attack. The downside is, though, of course, enemy units can use those same roads. Okay. We can clear these out on the side here. They're not super important.
Find time.
Okay. And then let's move here to get this last bit of wheat. Okay. I think the truffles are going to be our best bet, because we can build a camp and get luxury resources from them. Let's go poetry. Excellent. let's do a Royal Dockyard, because that'll give us extra gold. And gives us bonuses for different units. So yeah. Everything's going smoothly. The one thing about Civ is it is a slow game. It takes a very long time to get anything done. Because you are taking from the very early stages of history all the way up to the modern era and beyond. But it does make it fun, especially if you have friends to play it with. We'll just leave these guys here for now. So, for anybody who has a Steam account, if you got a bunch of friends and you want to play this game with them, but they don't want to spend the money, one thing that's really cool is it's actually a combination of things. So Civilization has what's called a hot seat mode, where if you want to play with like your friends, you play on Xbox. Makes sense. Well, I'll just share this information anyways. It's super useful. If you have this game and you have on PC, or you know somebody who does, you can actually, through hot seat mode and Steam Remote Play, you can actually play this game together, even if you don't all own the game. Because Steam Remote Play allows you to basically stream the game from your computer to everybody else's computers, and it acts like they have a controller or a keyboard and mouse as well. It's meant to do couch co-op games from, with people from around the world. You will run into issues with latency, but a game like this, latency is not super important, especially if you don't have turn timers set up and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting tidbit that I found out not too long ago. Alright, let's see. Another production here. Let's build another Royal Dockyard. As you can see, different buildings and districts and buildings, like for example the Royal Dockyard, gets benefits based on what's around it. In this case, there's a +4 tile here that we're going to use, and it gets benefits because there are fish next to it. It's kind of interesting. Which gets more gold per turn, and the more gold you have, the more you can do with it. Alright, now let's take a look at our religious lens again here. Okay, so it'll convert to Catholicism in 1,000 turns. We're going to finish the game before 1,000 turns, I would hope, but I wouldn't put it past it. So we'll have to just keep an eye on that and make sure their religious pressure isn't getting too high. But our next goal is going to be to send our guys over here to convert this city to give more religious pressure against the Gauls, and hopefully get Catholicism pushed a little bit further back. Okay. He's giving me compliments even though he's got me denounced because he doesn't like me. Makes a whole lot of sense. Alright. The nice thing is, units like missionaries, religious units, can cross borders without an issue. So you can actually use religious units to do recon if you have no other way to get into a civilization's borders. Which is kind of an interesting fact. Okay. So it looks like our encampment is done. That's good. We're going to do barracks. Melee and ranged units to get them bonus XP. We want currency so we can get commercial hubs. Commercial hubs in early game and late game are amazing. Just the amount you can do with a commercial hub. Once you've got a good steady supply of gold coming in, you can trade it for things you need, but you can also use it to buy the things you need. When they say money, Can't buy happiness. It can definitely buy your resources in civilization. And we'll put these guys back on automate exploration so that they can head back into unfriendly territory since they're all healed up. And we're going to build ourselves a library. Okay. And as you can see, our lovely trader here is going back and forth, still denouncing me. Huh. He just really doesn't like me. But our trader here is helping build this road so that we actually have a road between our capital and Birmingham. Okay. Let's see. Let's just remove... I'm hesitant to remove woods whenever the option presents itself. Simply because... Let's grab this tile and that tile. Let's send our guy over here. We want to get this wheat. The more wheat we have... Right now our population is stagnant because we don't have enough food. So, the more food we have, the better. Because more people means more production, and more production means more things. Okay. Let's buy... Ooh, we are a little short on gold at the moment, but that's the next tile we're unlocking, so that's good. Let's send these guys over here to build this mine, since they're not exclusive to the city that you create them in. Wow, these guys are really competing for this territory over here. Ooh, we can purchase another missionary. Let's go ahead. Let's not do that yet. Well, we might want to. Yeah, let's do that. We spread a little bit of Protestantism, but let's get another missionary here. And we'll send them over to spread our religion to as many places as we can. And take a look at our lens here. Yep, looks like the spread isn't enough to convert us over here, which is good. And it hasn't affected these places either. But if we can exert enough pressure here, we can start to spread our religion elsewhere, which is good. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I know Civilization isn't for everybody, but it's definitely a more interesting game than some games I've seen played on streams in the past. But if you like the content, feel free to follow. Appreciate it. If you're looking for to be part of the community, we do have a diplomatic quarter. We do have a Discord. It's linked in the About section on the channel, so feel free to check it out. And once we get a few more people on the Discord, we'll get a lot more active there, and we'll start doing, community events and community votes on what games we play and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. But I appreciate anybody who came out tonight. Okay.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women.
Right. Let's see. Look at our policies here. Is there anything we want to change? We can probably swap out God King at this point for let's do +1 production in all cities. That gives us just a general bonus for now. Alright, our missionary can spread Protestantism. Excellent. Perfect. Theology, super useful. Allows us to get a temple so that we can then build meeting houses. Oh, apparently the Germans are waging war again. Lovely. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, it's just kind of it's gonna be a chill stream tonight. We're just gonna relax and chit chat and, you know, have a good old time. All right, everything's kind of built up there. Let's build. Let us build another settler. We need another settler. We can send him up this way and try to claim some of this territory. Alright, let's build a mine here. Perfect. Ooh. So you can see here, in 431 turns, they're going to convert over to Protestantism. We'll just help that along a little bit. Okay. Let's build a granary to help out Bradford a little bit here. Alright. Things are moving along nicely. He wants open borders. Will he take it for open borders? Okay. Excellent. That's fine. Didn't need that wonder anyways. Wasn't going to do me any good. Okay. So now... Let's see, is that tile? 7 turns until that tile's available. So, we'll just start moving these guys over here now. 351 turns. We're gonna apply a little bit more pressure to him. Oh, will you go away, Alexander? You're not of much help to anybody.
If I were again beginning my...
Okay. Mathematics. Let's do masonry so we can get some ancient walls up at least. Been putting that one off for a little bit. Get a monument so we get more culture. As you can see, our faith per turn is already up to 10, which is excellent. Our gold is up to 10.1, but our cities are a little, and units are kind of draining our reserves a little bit. Ooh.
We can no more have...
Interesting. Seems like Spain's having some trouble here. Okay. Another civic. Let's do military training just for the envoy. And we can build a temple. Temples are super useful. These guys are good. Skip a turn. More trade routes. Send an envoy. Let's send one there. Okay. Apparently he doesn't like... Oh, right. City-states. He doesn't like if we help city-states. Makes sense. Also, I realize we never went to this little friendly tribe. So we'll see what kind of bonus they give us. Alright. Looks like we got ourselves another settler. We're going to put him probably right here. I think that's a good spot for him. It's not ideal, because it is relatively close, but... at least we've got... at least then we can make sure we've got the peninsula here claimed as much as possible. prevent them from spreading a little bit further north, too. Okay. So Manchester needs another building. No. No, they don't. They're currently building. Who needs a building? Ah, Birmingham. Temple, yes. Temples are always good. Because then we can build our meeting houses and get some more production in these cities. Alright. And let's buy this tile. Excellent. And build our mine. Wonderful. Okay. Send these guys down here.
Each of us is carving a
Well, seems like the barbarians have run away. Oh, there they are. I see you, buddies. They ain't getting away now. That super narrow passage means they can't even go around. Because barbarians usually are matched to the highest ranked civilization in terms of technology, and I doubt any of them are seafaring yet. That's pretty far off. So, siege towers are going to be useful, I think. Great library. Not great. Not great that we don't have any wonders yet, but it's all good. I guess we should probably retreat again. As much as I don't want to. It's just with our ships being as damaged as they are, we really don't want to progress too far. Oh, look at that. There it goes. Okay. Not bad. Oop. What was that? I don't like the sound of that.
If it's natural to kill.
Ooh, that was a... Oh, that was the village. Okay. Not too bad. Let's send him back up this way. Okay. Send our units back. Defensive tactics or recorded history? Let's go defensive tactics. Okay. I apologize if things aren't particularly interesting tonight, guys. We may only do one stream of this. If you guys want to see more, just let me know. I'm just kind of judging what we stream based on people's feedback. So, if you like the content, let me know. Otherwise, we'll try something else another day.
Create with the heart.
I will say tomorrow's going to be much more interesting. We're going to be doing Dead Space 2. So with the Dead Space original remake that came out not too long ago, there's been a lot of hype around Dead Space, and I've always loved Dead Space. It's an awesome series. 3 was kind of a flop, but Dead Space 2 is a really solid game. Even for as old as it is, it holds up really well. Especially on modern hardware, it runs like super well. I haven't noticed any issues with it myself in my own playthrough of it, but we're going to be playing through it. We're going to be doing something I've never done before, which is we're going to be doing the hardest, not the hardest difficulty, but a very hard difficulty. I'm not going to do impossible quite yet. But let's transfer you from Manchester to Manchester. There we go. But we're going to be doing one of the harder difficulties, and we're going to try to get through it in celebration of the series. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We typically do horror games on Friday, and I would consider Dead Space 2 to be a horror game. Some would argue it's just a horror shooter, but it's a horror game. I've gotten the crap scared out of me plenty of times playing it. That counts as a horror game. But let me go to Bradford, I think. Yeah, let's go to Bradford. Anyway, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. It's going to be a much darker, more atmospheric type of game, so there won't be any background music tomorrow. At least not once the stream actually gets going. But we'll be getting into it. We'll try to get as far as we can. Die as few times as possible. Because it is a hard game. I would say, to answer your question, Gaming with Sideburns, I would say my favorite Civ is probably, depending on my playstyle for that match. For this domination style, it's definitely England. I'm very much a seafaring type of guy. I like the mechanics that come with seafaring. Early game seafaring is not that great, but once you get it going, it's great. It's awesome. With some of the newer stuff and the newer civilizations that they added in, they have another version of England that is led by Eleanor of Aquitaine. And that one is very interesting. Some of the new mechanics they added with the most recent Gathering Storm DLC. With that one, your cities can revolt if you're not providing them with enough loyalty per turn. And Eleanor, her playstyle is focused around reducing your local enemies' loyalties. So she's perfect if you want to play a somewhat aggressive civilization that specializes in making cities revolt, especially when they're at war. So they tear themselves apart and then you pick up the pieces. She also has the ability, which is kind of scary and I would say almost very broken, if I'm remembering it correctly. It's been a while since I played. Where... Gotta do open wars again with him. Thank you. So my units can get back through. But I think her unique ability is that if a civilization nearby loses a city, and England is exerting the most control pressure on that city from, the loyalty system, you automatically get that city when it revolts, which I think is awesome. It can really turn the tide in a war if you're already winning to just completely decimating them. Okay. The Gallic Empire, from what I've seen, they're actually pretty decent. They've been kind of driving me nuts with being right here, but I don't know. I don't play Civ that often, so when I do get a chance to, it's always kind of fun. And some of the newer modes, like the Apocalypse mode and everything, are kind of crazy and wild. I haven't played them nearly as much as I should. But hey, we can get an Apostle now, so that's good. Apostles are great for anybody who doesn't know, because they can, you can evangelize your belief and add more stuff to them, so you get more bonuses, which is great. Let's get a watermill going here. Okay. Yeah, the bonuses are always nice. For a while, for a stint there, I did the Japanese empire, because their units don't lose any power when they're injured. All right, Nox, let me, glad you came to stream. Hopefully you'll be back in time. Might end things a little early tonight just because my throat's getting a little sore, but we'll play it by ear. But anyway, I like the Japanese because they're very good for an aggressive campaign, with the fact that their units, even when damaged, don't do any less damage. So they'll fight till the very bitter end. But let's evangelize our belief. We can deal with that in a second here. Whoa. We can already upgrade them to man-at-arms? Jeez. Because of our apprenticeship that we just got. Nice. Okay. Let's go cartography. And we got a great scientist. Nice. Okay. You can stay there for now. What you got? Diplomatic service, printing, and mass production. Those are all good. But yeah, I used to play as Japan for a while there. But mainly Japan and England are the two main ones that I've focused on. They're usually pretty good civs for my playstyle. Let's see. Tithe. Stewardship. Each campus commercial hub and a districtness. Ooh. Let's go. That's not going to help us later on. I think Holy Order is really going to help right now. So we can get more of our faith spreading. Excellent. Okay. Oh yeah, they're Gaste or whatever they're, however you pronounce that. God, I completely butchered that. Yeah, they're unique warrior unit. It's kind of interesting. But I'm glad you came to the stream, Gaming with Sideburns. It's nice to have a new face in chat. Alright. And send these guys out exploring again. Thankfully, in 11 turns, we won't have to deal with that anymore, because now they'll be able to go through ocean tiles rather than shore tiles, which is nice. Let's send them here so we can guard the city a little better. Okay. Gotta get myself another drink here. Ooh, Reformed Church. That one's always a good one, too. And Men-at-Arms. Alright. Ooh, Great Admiral. See, what's your passive ability? Oh. Let's just transfer you over here. We'll give that guy a boost. From Church and the Enlightenment. Alright. I didn't mean to do that. Hit a key there. Put you in alert mode. Yeah. Give you the promotion. Let's wake you up and do the promotion. Ooh, district defenses. Yes. That way when we go to bombard one of these cities, which we might be able to hit. Might be able to hit them over there, but we'll see.
invincibility lies.
Okay, defensive tactics, put you back in alert mode. And put you back in automated exploration. Okay. Purchase a missionary. We'll hold off for a second there. Feudalism, yes. Excellent for large fields of farms, which, if we had this territory that is currently owned by Macedonia, that would be great, but since we don't, we'll have to make do. Ooh, industrial zone would be good. Okay. If you're enjoying the music on stream, I recommend you check out a publishing company by the name of Bass Rebels. They're the ones who provide the music for stream. They have royalty-free playlists for use in content creation. So streamers, YouTubers, the whole 9 yards can use them in their videos and everything. They'll even provide licenses for games and movies and that sort of stuff as well. But they are specifically their music they hold the copyright for. They'll let you stream without any penalty whatsoever. Welcome to the stream, Martin. Let's go. What do we want to build in Manchester? Let's go industrial zone. Industrial zone's good, because we really can't use that territory for anything else anyways. Build a lighthouse. Anyway, so welcome to the stream. We're just streaming Civ 6 today. It's going to be a pretty slow stream, pretty quiet. Not doing a whole lot, but welcome to the stream, and I hope you enjoy the content. Alright, Birmingham's all filled up. So let's build another builder. Builder's going to be useful. Oh, I'll accept that. Sure. All right. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. One more apostle. Excellent. Clear that. Well, Martin, this is actually, you can't really see it. It is a huge, it's the huge True Start Earth map. So everything is scaled to match the actual planet Earth. All of the civilizations started in their actual capital locations and everything. So like, we're playing as England. We started right with London, right where London is. So we're trying to do a domination victory. So we're trying to conquer every other civilization, like the Brits tried to do during the Victorian era. If you're familiar with history. All right. So we got a builder here. Start working on some of this stuff. Let's see. Since Birmingham's really not doing anything else productive at the moment, let's get another thing. Let's go tithe. We need some more gold. Yeah, more gold's nice. All right. All Renaissance era.
Not all who wander are lost.
Excellent. Oh, we need to get them back to promote them, so let's do that. We don't really have enough gold at the moment, but by the time they get back, we should hopefully have enough to promote them to caravels, and they can move a little quicker. Let's get engineering. Perfect. What can you build? Build one of those. Perfect. Appreciate the advice.
Democracy.
I've done this once or twice. I'd love to just blast straight through, but with all the civilizations, for some strange reason, having been clumped in this area, getting through here is going to be tricky. We headed into Scandinavia because that's the only land that was available. Everything else here has been claimed, so we're just in the process right now of trying to get as many resources together as we can and get cities established so we can send as much in the way of ground forces in, and we're trying to get to the next one we're probably going to go for is square rigging to get frigates, because frigates are super useful for these coastal cities, just destroying them. I believe it is. I believe Jutland is claimed. Alright. Recorded history is fine. Let's see. Well, we'll have to see how it goes, for sure. Alright. Let's see. Well, the problem is this whole area is just nasty. And I have no idea what's back in here either. So, we'll just have to see how it goes. Alright, let's get a policy here. Newly trained builders get 2 extra build actions. Perfect. That one's super useful. Alright. Well, we're also playing the long con right now, so the way we have the game set up, is there is no turn limit. So, and the goal is to conquer every civilization on the planet. So it really doesn't matter too much what we do in the early game in terms of expansion. We're going to take it all anyways. So, and no, I'm not familiar with my European geography, unfortunately. I'm kind of limited in that area. Alright. So yeah, we're just kind of
Normal people believe.
taking things slow at this point. Let's see. Well, unfortunately, that area, I don't know how accurate the map is, but that area is pretty tight. Yeah, I can try to go in through here. It's kind of the plan, but that area is pretty tight right now in terms of because apparently the Byzantium has decided they want this area, and so has Macedonia. Don't know how they managed to get all the way up there, but they did. Alright, let's get our square rigging so we can get our frigates. We need those. Hardcore. Campus research grants. Not sure where a good spot to build anything is. I might send him up there, actually, next turn. See, this is what I'm dealing with. Alexandria just pops up here, middle of nowhere. Thank you, Macedonia, for sending me another city to deal with. I don't know why they would build a city there. There's not much value there, but you do you. Okay. Yeah, let's do industrial zone. Let's buy this tile. Actually, this one's of low value, so we'll just use that one. Perfect. And let's do a royal dockyard. Don't want to use up the fish, but it's probably going to be the best option. The problem with going through the Iberian Peninsula is we've got a city-state here, and we've got the entire country of Spain, who has decided that they want their territory. So, going through there, not great. So, current units, it's tempting. Tempting, but no, not worth it. Commercial hub. Oh, that's a really good spot, but I'm not going to give up our food production. Commercial hub. Yeah, not great. Campus. Nah, it's not worth it. Okay. Ooh, Great Lighthouse. That's worth it. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Kind of the plan, I think. I just have to deal with the Gauls to go through there. And right now, we're on relatively okay-ish terms, so trying not to tick them off too much. Let's see. Get that workshop built. Alright. Need one more turn before we can promote them. Okay, perfect. So let's send them up to Hull now, so we can get a road going that way. Perfect. Okay. So for anybody coming into stream now, we're streaming Civilization 6. We are playing as Victorian England, and we are doing what the British do best, which is conquering the known world and trying to push every other civilization out of existence, because that's apparently the thing the British do, if history is anything to go by. So yeah, if you're just coming into stream, feel free to hang around and chat, and we're just kind of enjoying the chill vibes tonight. We've just hit the 2-hour mark. I may only go for a little bit more tonight. Normally I would do a 3-hour, but past couple days I've been feeling under the weather, and my throat's especially sore, so I may call it a little shorter tonight. I'll try to go for another 15 minutes or so, but appreciate you guys coming out, and if you enjoy the content, feel free to follow. We're on the path to affiliate, and we're trying to get there as soon as we can, so that way you guys can we can get subscriber emotes and all sorts of stuff that comes with being an affiliate on Twitch. We have our first ocean-faring vessels ready to go. We're sending those off. trying to see if we can find the rest of the civilizations, because I know there's at least a couple more. We've already eliminated one. Ooh, they are just tearing each other apart.
I've lived through some terrible...
But that is Macedonia for you. They tend to be quite aggressive as a civilization. Alliances... Yeah, civil service is fine. Wow, there's a lot of these notifications to go through. Jeez. Okay. For anybody curious, we are doing Dead Space 2 tomorrow. So if you're more into horror games, feel free to check out the stream tomorrow. Hopefully, things will be a little... my throat will be a little better. But, I'm a real big fan of Dead Space 2 myself, and with the whole, with the whole Dead Space remake that just came out not too long ago, which is an awesome remake of an awesome game. I'd recommend checking it out if you haven't already. Figure I was in kind of a Dead Space mood. Figure we'd give it a try for our horror game Fridays. And if you guys are interested, there's a link in the About section on the page to the Discord. Feel free to join. There's a link to the Discord. Feel free to join. I'm gonna start hopefully posting more here on it in the next couple days. Just links to stuff like a games list, so you guys can kind of vote on what games you want to see me play. As well as we'll have community discussions and everything else. Oh, Theodore Roosevelt. Pleasure to see him. Well, that means America's on the board. Lovely. They're going to be a pain. Always are. But, yeah. So, if you're interested in being part of the community, check out the Discord. And feel free to join it. We'll hopefully try to make a big active community on there for everybody to sit and enjoy. And if you're not interested in joining the Discord and you just want to be a lurker in Twitch chat, feel free. I'm usually a lurker myself, so I kind of understand that. But I'm hoping you guys are having fun. Just waiting one more turn so we can get another caravel. Oh. Gonna have to take a look at our religious lens there again, see what's going on over here, because it seems like Protestantism is not spreading quite like it was. Ah, yeah, it's kind of stagnant. So let's get ourselves a couple missionaries. We don't have a... Yeah. Okay. We'll just have to play it cool. Build a monument in Hull. And upgrade. Excellent. Oh, had another frame drop there. Hopefully that wasn't too bad on your end, guys. Okay. It's a lot better than it was on my debut stream last week.
Someone who works for the federal government.
Because when for some strange reason, on the day I decide to stream on Twitch is the day Twitch decides to have a hissy fit and just immediately die in terms of bandwidth that it's allowing through on the site. It was last Thursday that I decided to do my debut stream on, and it was just, Twitch was dying. I was dropping over 20% of the frames for my stream. And I thought it was on my end, but after stream, I went and checked out another stream. I actually watched the Critical Role stream, for anybody who's interested. And they were having frame drops and glitches and all sorts of different stuff. So it wasn't just me. So I didn't feel so bad. But for anybody who's interested, every Thursday, except for the last Thursday of the month, stream has to end before 10 o'clock.
This lighthouse
Because I'm a big fan of Critical Role. Their Dungeons and Dragons campaigns are always hilarious to watch. So I always try to end stream before then. Once we start getting more viewers, and more people are consistently watching, we'll definitely raid them, because it's just kind of a nice thing we can do for them. Anybody who hasn't seen Critical Role, I recommend you check them out. They are an awesome group of voice actors. So anybody who's familiar with voice actors in general, people like Matthew Mercer, Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham, Sam Riegel, all huge voice acting names. But they are awesome people. They're hilarious. They're fun to just kind of sit and listen to. They're not the greatest D&D players, I will say. They do make mistakes, but they are just humans. So if you're looking for high-level technical play, they're not the ones to watch. But if you're looking for a good old time and the occasional, how can I put this? The occasional severed troll dick, or, you know, an artist who draws dicks on everything, that's your kind of game that they play. You know, they're there to have a good time, have a good laugh, and they're an awesome community to be a part of. Ooh, 2 great people at once. Interesting. All right. Just send that one that way. What have we got here? Yeah. Nice. Ooh, forms an armada. We are going to put you to sleep for now, my friend. Once we have, in 5 turns, we can start building a frigate. Once we have a frigate, we make the frigate an armada, because those are indestructible. All right. Holy Site Prayers, sure. Lighthouse. Workshop. Alright. So we're starting to get out of the early game. We're getting into the, early medieval, late Dark Ages period. Is when things kind of start getting into being a little bit of a slog. The more cities you have to manage, the more you got to worry about, making sure you got everything in order. And okay. Let's actually return you back to safe territory and heal you up again. So things are going to get a little slow for a little while, guys. But I think here in a little bit we're gonna call it quits, and I'll wrap up stream for the night. I do appreciate you guys coming out. I hope you enjoy the content. Feel free to join the Discord. Follow if you haven't already. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to be doing Dead Space 2. And then Monday, since I unfortunately wasn't able to... Oh, I didn't realize there was a unit hiding out here. I'll have to see what we can do there. Monday, we had some technical difficulties prior to stream, so I wasn't able to do the Super Mario Odyssey speedrun that I had intended. So this coming Monday, we will be doing Super Mario Odyssey. Casual Gamer tries speedrunning. I am in no means a professional. I just know a little bit of the speedrun strats, and the speedrun route. I can't do any clips. I can't do any super crazy tech. but we're gonna give it our best shot and see what we can do. I think we'll go probably 1 or 2 more turns and then call it a night. All right. Oop. Statue of Zeus. Okay. You know what? Let's go until we get square rigging. How's that sound, guys? All right. 1 more turn. Send them back out.
It's not the towering sails. I conclude then this point touching upon the power of...
Okay. I think we'll call it there, guys. We got our square rigging, divine right, so we can get another, we can get monarchy, which may have some benefits for us down the road. So we're going to call it here. Thanks for coming out to the stream, guys. I appreciate it. If you like the stream, feel free to follow. And I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. So have an awesome night and have fun, guys.